Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video for Raid Shadow Legends. Been quite busy lately. I haven't really actually been at home for the last 3 days. Been at work and all the other wonderful things that life have to offer, so I haven't really done much of anything. And so my thought is, as you can see, I've got 4 clan boss keys to use, so that's what I'm gonna do. I still need to do the dailies, and of course, you know, outside of playing Raid Shadow Legends, I still need to work on doing the dailies. Sorry, dailies. Jeez, I just said that. On the art guide. So my thought is, like, today and tomorrow, I'll probably make videos for Raid Shadow Legends. I'll be at work by the time this video is out, so you know, I'm speaking in this video that's probably going to be done and edited during the weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, and probably come out on Tuesday, say. So I'm gonna get videos to cover the channel up until Wednesday. Wednesday I should be off from work, which then also means I can then start preparing videos for Ark Survival Evolved. I'm going to carry on with the how to tame underwater dinos, seeing as that's probably going to be a good important feature for the Genesis DLC, which in theory is right around the corner, if it does not get postponed once more. We never know. I would very much like it that it does not get postponed, and so I can make some videos for it. That would be ideal. Obviously, I'd rather it be postponed once more in exchange for good working content. At least that is the generic idea behind it. With that said and done, I've actually not played Ark at the time of making this video for, I don't know, maybe 5 days. I've been that busy with everything else, so that's how busy things tend to get. Now, I do know that, or most of you will know that I do tend to put a video out per day in general, unless other things happen, and so that's why I tend to bulk record my videos as such, and then kind of just schedule them to come out once a day, and so kind of cover the week that way. That is the generic way of how I do things. Now, obviously, with that, I've decided to also take a bit more healthier approach to life, which means I've subscribed to a gym, and so if I didn't have much time on my hands before, I now have less time, because I tend to spend at least 1 hour a day at the gym, at least one time a day, once a day, 2 times a day if I can. So that's like 2 hours of my day plus half an hour each journey. So obviously things do tend to add up that way, but I'm looking at the long-term benefits of it. Yes, it does significantly impact on my available time, but then I would rather also be healthy. I have tried to do stuff at home. I've got and bought loads of equipment to do and work with at home. Obviously, you can only do so much at home, and to be fairly honest, since I've gone to the gym, I'm actually enjoying the gym more than I thought I would. To be fairly honest, it was always a drag doing all those exercises at home and stuff, whereas at the gym, I have to say that I personally am very much enjoying it. I often forget how long I've been on different machines, you know, depending on what I'm working out. So yeah, I guess with that, it really comes down to how I'm doing for time and what other problems arise in my day-to-day life. At the moment I'm coping, but and I'm hoping that I can continue the upload schedule, and I do actually feel the health benefits of just regularly exercising. It doesn't mean that I don't exercise at work, but nothing actually compares with the gym in terms of how I feel in terms of health wise. I feel a lot better for it. Been doing it for a month now, So, you know, I can say that I genuinely enjoy it. And to be fairly honest, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had days where I've been that exhausted from work and YouTube and everything that I almost didn't want to go, but I cannot afford to slacken on it. I think it's the right thing to do. So, you know, I will basically try and spend as much time at the gym getting into shape. I did significantly fall out of shape, got a bit of a belly going on and all that, so that's going, you know, getting back into the shape that I once was, I suppose, which is actually harder than it sounds. But yeah, so that is one of the things that I'm doing. Now going on into the game, I'm gonna primarily spend most of this video using up the clan boss keys. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm very close to being able to level up one of these 5 champions to a 6-star champion level 60. It's going to be an interesting thing, because now Gorgrab is useful. I can see him being useful for the long-term team. He is a revive healer. He is kind of slow on the heal. I do need to bring the cooldown on that down as much as possible, so I'll need books for that. Kalia is my HP burn, which is to supplement Kale's poisons. And then Tomb Lord is my debuffer. Don't have anything better than Tomb Lord. So my thought on that is I'm probably going to firstly do Tomb Lord. So that means I'll take him up to 60 and then do his masteries, and that should significantly increase his efficiency in the clan boss team, but not just in the clan boss team, also in the dungeons. I also have that in the back of my head. So he's going to have a purpose all around anyways. And then I think the next champion that I'm going to look at taking up to 60, if I don't have Rosin by then, will definitely be Gorgorab. I think as Gorgorab is now, he's pretty good, if I'm honest. I would like him to be a bit more tanky, to hold out a bit more. Okay, so I think that is pretty much the end of the fight. I don't know if I'm going to bring Kali up to 60. Hopefully by then I should have enough shards gathered so that hopefully I get a better HP burn champion. That is what I would like to get out of my next shard pull. I would like something that consistently all the time applies an HP burn. That's the general idea. I would like to get Arbiter, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the only way I get to pull Arbiter would be through completing the missions or whatever they're called, and do it that way. Yeah, so that's the end of that. It'll be interesting to see once I get a full 60 team what damage they can do. Bear in mind, only Kale and Valkyrie in this lineup have full masteries and are 60, so... Oh, Gorgorab has got full masteries as well, but he's 50, so that's another thing. Kalia has nothing, and there goes my game. Oh, this is how... Oh, wonderful. Just the kind of stuff you want. Right, let's relaunch the game. Yeah, so this is annoying. Okay. Come on. There we go. I like the new loading screen. I do like it so much. I still think that whatever his name is, that champion with the icicles around the neck, really looks like the Lich King. Now that's a deal that I want to get my hands on, but I am not in a rush at this point. I am trying to set a monthly budget for the game. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to end up spending ridiculous amounts of money on it. I do want to continue playing it. I do want to spend money and invest money in it. I just don't want to go too crazy. So everybody seems to be going for brutal. I think the agreement in the clan is I'm going to try and take down the brutal boss. So that means I think I will invest 2 of my keys in this particular fight. Probably won't do very much damage to it because I'm severely undergeared, underprepared, and all that wonderful stuff. But I'm going to try and do my best to help out the clan take this boss down. And then that should leave me with 1 more key, and I'm probably going to stick that key in a clan boss that I know will go down, and I know I can do a significant amount of damage to it. Okay, so I'm having a look at how my team is doing. They seem to be faring alright. At the moment, the debuffs are being applied constantly. Nothing seems to be resisted, which is surprising. That's actually a very good detail. So the block debuff, that means... Oh, there we go. There's 1 resisted right there. So that means that the accuracy on that champion is a bit low. Going back to what I was saying, that block debuff or debuff block means that the clan boss is immune to it. So I think it's a speed reduction debuff. You can't really manipulate speed on the clan boss. Resisted. So that means accuracy needs to be improved. Now, one way I can do this is through gear. I'm going to have to look at Dragon 20 or getting to Dragon 20. I think I'm currently at Dragon 17. Still making my way up. Still building a... or increasing the size of my level 60 champions in terms of the... I suppose... options that I'll have available. I have a very small roster of level 60 champions, so I need to work on increasing the size of that to give me more versatility. As you can see, just in this clan boss fight alone, I only have 2 champions of level 60. I'm sure if Tomb Lord, Kalia, and Gorgorab were 60, it would have significantly increased the damage. If they were fully booked and fully ascended as well, that would have helped. That's not the case. I still need to work on the ascensions. But before I get to that portion, I am more or less very close to... I'm so close to getting rosin that I can literally smell him. So the next focus or point of focus will be to fully prep the champions needed to fuse rosin. That means I still have 1 more champion to level up to 50 and then get their ascensions done, and then obviously fuse the rosin champion. Now when I get them ready, when they are fully ready to do that, I will of course make a video on that. I will probably change the thumbnail because why not, but that is going to be a thing, so expect that to happen fairly soon. Hopefully, I mean, we're halfway through the month, so by the end of the month I expect to have rosin. At least that's the way it looks at the rate that things are going for me in the game. Once rosin is in my hands, I'll probably look at fusing Relic Keeper. I don't think I have one, so I'll get that fusion sorted out. That should be a far easier fusion to sort. Okay, we'll replay this match. Okay, so one of the more useless debuffs that my team applies is the heal reduction. This champion doesn't actually, this boss doesn't really heal, therefore doesn't need it. 2 resisted, so that kind of sucks, and it was from Kalia, from what I can see, which does of course mean that she was trying to apply the HP burn. That kind of sucks because that does a great deal of damage to the clan boss that is max HP dependent, and when it ticks, as you can see, it does a lot of damage. It's an important number there. Now, one of the things I probably never mentioned is I actually like the design of the clan boss arena. Again, like, there's so many elements of this game, and this is one of those elements. This arena really does remind me of I can't remember what it was called, but an instance in World of Warcraft. So it's quite similar. I do like that. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and I do wonder if, like, this game does seek inspiration in terms of design from World of Warcraft. Not that I'm judging. I do like what Blizzard has done with the game in terms of design, level design, and all that. Especially up to Wrath of the Lich King. That is one of the things that I liked about the game. There's a lot of color, a lot of stuff going on in the level design, and I can see a lot of similarities in this game. Maybe there are in a similar genre, not sure, but I'm sure. I mean, some things look so similar that it almost, like, they're almost identical, I'd say, and I like that. It's a good thing. It's kind of like playing World of Warcraft for me, and building up my avatar in World of Warcraft. I can't remember what it was called. I was gonna call it a champion, but yeah. So it's very similar to that. I like strategy. I like having to invest time, resources, and build in general, which is why I like playing World of Warcraft. It's why I like playing Ark. It's why I like playing Conan Exiles. Okay, so by the looks of it, we're about to start losing champions from the team. Okay, there goes Tomb Lord. So we don't last very long with this guy. Okay, he's going for Valkyrie. That's potentially bad, because that delays her ability to put up counterattack and the shield. And if Gorgorab goes down... Okay, never mind. Kill and Gorgorab went down. Well, that's the end of this. 4.82 million. Not bad, bearing in mind how under prepared I am for something like this. So only at 40% left. I've only done 10 million. I think I'm okay, I suppose, bearing in mind the team that I'm pushing. So we'll go for a boss fight that I know I can do okay in. So finish this one off, and then I think it really depends how long everything takes. I'm gonna start working. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna start working on the dailies. I'm gonna start with the arena because that gives me the additional energy, which I can then use in the campaign to farm chickens, to prepare some more champions for being ranked up and leveled up and stuff like that. So that is kind of the way I like to do it. Everything else is pretty darn easy to do in terms of the daily quests. One of the things that kind of, I suppose, looking at this team and how it works and stuff like that, like, I think Tomb Lord is quite underrated for what he can do. I really like his skill set. I find it very useful. He is definitely, I mean, from what I have, he's definitely a very useful debuffer. Now, what I don't know with Tomb Lord is if to go down the defense tree or a support and attack tree. I'll have to play around with the masteries in that regard and see which one fares better. I think all of the masteries are fairly viable for Tomb Lord, but I'm quite curious to see if he can do crazy damage or good amount of damage. That's one of the things. If you can get him to do good damage and be a debuffer at the same time, I think he potentially can be quite a good champion. Even so, the combination of skills that he has are still very, very useful. The decreased speed, the poison that he applies, the conditions are a bit iffy at times, but he still applies quite a decent amount of poisons as well. And obviously the attack down and defense down debuff, again, really good stuff to have on a champion. Plus, I think he hits, is it 2 or 3 times? 2 times. So, again, that's a useful skill to have. Oh, no, it's 3 times. Yep. So that's a very useful skill to have in the Fire Knight. He's got uses there. Top that up with a counter attack. That's definitely going to make a difference in the Fire Knight keep. Okay. Kill does okay damage. I think another thing I need to look at, I know I need to look at the gear eventually, but I'm gonna try and spread out what I have in terms of gear on the champions that I consider personally to be important. And what I'm gonna be looking at is maybe towards the end of this month, beginning of next month, is getting to Dragon 20 and then being able to consistently auto farm it. I'm probably going to use blue stacks to farm it overnight and get as much as I can out of there. I know and I do realize that I am going to end up spending a lot of time in the Dragon 20 to do that. Then the other thing I'll need to look at is the ring, necklace, and banner for the champion. I do have some stuff. It's not great, but I do need stuff that is better than what I have. That should also, again, significantly boost my champion's capabilities and abilities and just overall strength and power. So I need to look at that. Well, this is where my ride ends, I guess. Alright. And okay. That's the end of Valkyrie. 6.22 million damage dealt. And that's the last of my keys. With that being said and done, I am going to go into the arena. I will also end the video here. I think this has gone long enough. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not? Check out some of my other videos. And guys here on the channel, who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethum Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.